Now, for a moment, Kenya has been hot with politics, which many people think it's a diversion from the reality of political, the social, and economic hurdles that citizens are actually experiencing currently. As you know, we've had a lot of challenges for a long time, people missing out on proper health, and currently NHIF has been transformed from that to SHA. And you remember that there was a situation where Adani was claimed to have deprived civil servants from receiving their proper care because of having registered ghost hospitals and all that. Then, the whole of last year, very many people have been failing to receive health care because NHIF became dysfunctional. Currently, we have students who are missing lessons because lecturers have not gone back to work, and in some institutions they have gone, but there's a go slow. Students also went on streets because they did not have a proper financing model, in a way that many felt like they would miss out on college regardless of being, from deprived homes. Teachers earlier on in high school and primary school had planned for a strike, which later on, of course, high school teachers went for a strike. And it took a short while, then the leaders of the leaders kind of teachers feel they were paid off, and then matters cooled. Other situations have happened, like death of so many young people. You remember the quarry sacks that were found, and then there is this invasion of parliament that happened to be, and many young people died. So many other challenges are happening, and so people are asking, is this just a diversion, or what is it? Now, when it started, remember, we saw the president saying, plani, kama una plani, ondoa jam. Then we had MPs and very prominent people in the government, including those who are very close, indicating that if you are close to the government and if you're talking against it, then you just need to come out, or else you're going to be made to run so soon. And of course, the impeachment was now planned, and 300 signatures for the MPs were found, and currently in the parliament, the ongoing process. Now, the reason why I'm doing this reaction is focusing now on what is the rebut, from the elders, maybe from the Mount Kenya, what is GACHAGUA's response and all that. And so if we look at the current aspect, like let's watch this video shortly and then I'll comment.
Mimi ni mkaazi na ni Mkenya daima. Jambo la kwanza, ningependa sana kushukuru kila mtu kwa hili place ambayo tunafanya hapa. Lakini nina hofu kidogo. Nimesikia kwamba kuna wabunge wetu takriban 50 walikuwa wamekaa chini mahali na walikuwa na kikao. Kisha wakaamua kupatiana propaganda ati kwamba sisi ndio tunasema watu wa Laikipia na Mount Kenya ati kwamba hatuna development kwa sababu ya Deputy Rigathi. Mimi kama pia mzee wa jamii ya Wakikuyu, ningependa watu wakiongea jambo waseme ukweli, na waseme ukweli ambao unaweza dhibitishwa, kwa sababu hayo yote ni propaganda na hiyo yote wanasema si ukweli. Lakini kuna jambo tunafaa tuulizane kama sisi wananchi wa Kenya, hasa mlima Kenya. Wakati sisi tuko na majanga makuu kama vijana wetu wakipotea, wabunge wetu hawakai chini. Watu wetu wakiumizwa na maji, wabunge wetu hawakai chini. Saa hii ni nini cha muhimu sana kimewafanya wakutane katika kikao wakaongea kuhusu mambo ya mlima Kenya? kama si vitambi vyao, kama si chakula ambacho wanapata kwa hiyo maneno wanayofanya. Jambo la pili, hii Kenya imekuwa na mkasa wa janga moto hapa kunaitwa Endarasha Hillside Academy. Watu wote mikasa ikitokea wanaenda kulia na wazazi na watoto na jamii ya hapo. Katika Kenya hii sisi hata kama hatujipendi, hatukuona hata mbunge mmoja, baadhi ya hao walikuwa 50 akiwa katika kile kikao ama kulia na wazazi. Sisi tulikuwa hapo, mimi ni mmoja wao nilikuwa.
Okay, so you heard that. So you saw that, right? Okay. So the situation on the ground. Do many people feel it's very important for GACHAGUA to be impeached? It seems not, because today there was some news during lunchtime, and there are these news people moving around in different places and asking citizens what they feel. And I actually heard many citizens shouting, "Watoke wote," which means they are not comfortable with what is happening. They think the leaders have left them to take about things they do not actually understand. Yeah. Now I've seen GACHAGUA defending himself by petitioning against the motion, and his argument is that the impeachment motion is based on economic aspects that are personal. They are not looking at, the claims that he is not focusing on, on inclusivity and the aspects to do with the using the right ways to for logistics and all that. He says they are not very clear. So let's look at another session that was happening in the a TV station, Citizen, and see what the thought of Ruth is here.
In this country, unfortunately, is a parliament, because we're looking at parliament yesterday and also looking parliament 3-4 months ago. Then they have distorted the expectation of the common mwananchi. What is common mwananchi looking at? For example, if the pleas that had been brought forward during the Gen Z, one of the biggest things that we have said here this morning is accountability. Like what are we doing? Where are we heading? Direction. Actually, Gen Zs are not looking for those political offices. They just want to know where you as a leader, what is the vision? What is the mission? Where are we going? What is the strategic direction of a country? But whatever the gaps were or are right now is what is the strategic direction of this country now, or whether the deputy president is still going to be in the office or out of office. Those things have not come out clearly. They have not come out to the public is in position in this country, and pushing out the deputy president is pushing out an opposition card, which means that then there will be somebody speaking the minds of common Kenyans, saying that these are the issues. And as our Rais has said here, that some of the things that the reconciliation between the top, because already the rhythm on the top and the music on the bottom is not together. There is somebody who will be speaking those things that are unspoken right now. The thing that brings bubbles and uncertainty, anything that brings uncertainty will always bring a lot of conflict. And one of the...
Yeah, so you heard that. So according to Ruth, there'll be instability kind of in the country. So the impeachment motion doesn't really have to happen. If it happens, then it's not actually going to help Kenya in what citizens demand for. Yeah, so from another discussion in the studio, the understanding from Professor is that possibly Rigiji did not enhance the MCAs, the governors, and all those. It's like when he was picked, they thought he could actually empower them give them resources, you know, create an office whereby they could pass by and get some money that they could use in funerals and everyday running, because 24/7 politicians are supposed to be on the ground working. So now they feel like Kindiki, if Kindiki would have been there, then because of his former operations, he would have ushered them with lots of money, not too much, but some, to enhance them to operate here and there. How true is this? What do you think? Is this a true thought? Now, on the other hand, the other host, the other guest in the studio thinks this is a sign of democracy, that even in America and everywhere in the world, they now trust that Kenya has democracy, because now no one will play around thinking they can be in a seat forever. Like impeachment is a process that has hardly happened anywhere apart from America, where Trump experienced such impeachment. So let's just listen a bit to this as we proceed in this discussion, actually.
You know, it has been rumored that the president's children are not his actual children. I've always struggled to believe that rumor, but now it is starting to sound true in my head. Because I don't understand how a president can be at peace while 21 children, 21 young boys were burnt in a dome. He did not even care to attend that funeral. All the president did was order people to gazette that flags be flown at half-mast, that he was busy in a foreign land trying to address world leaders, while in his own country, 21 children lost their lives. Is it true that Nick is his son? Because he should be right about our age, if not a few years older. What empathy, as Madris asked, that men and young men and women of this country were shot down. They did not die of a protest. They were killed by police that he commands. And he has done nothing to date to ensure that the families receive justice.
I think IDs that expire is a no-go area, because IDs that expire basically mean that you will be locked out of elections, and they can be used to suppress elections in areas whereby those controlling the power of the state feel they do not have support. Renewal of those IDs will be difficult. So for us, we are here and we are united, and we don't want IDs that expire. We want IDs that are permanent and that can be used for registration.
The storm in Asia, it is just the beginning. The hopelessness of these young people in this country will come to haunt him. Anyone tell him he can do whatever. God gives you 80 years. Just take 80 years divided by.
Kwanza wacha niseme mmeona kama tumenyamaza, but hatukuwa tumenyamaza. Sisi tulikuwa tunaona hizi mambo za deputy president kukuwa impeached ni kama vipindi na watu kujitafutia fame. But I was shocked when that motion was tabled in parliament yesterday, na nikakuwa very shocked kwa sababu kwanza wacha niseme.
Okay, so there is another reaction here from, you know, people who are not sure that the impeachment is on. So they are wondering, is this on? You know, many people are even being disgusted sometimes. When the sessions begin, you feel like, now, don't we have anything to be discussed? You know, it's hard times, and people are really struggling, you know. Like, there are people who cannot afford food. You cannot afford fees. Sometimes you even go to work, but you are struggling to pay fees. It's term 3. Children are almost sitting for exams, but there are parents who have not paid for the exams that students are supposed to sit for. And so they're in debt. So let's see some bit of reactions from citizens as they were talking about this impeachment.
Mmeona kama tumenyamaza, but hatukuwa tumenyamaza. Sisi tulikuwa tunaona hizi mambo za deputy president kukuwa impeached ni kama vipindi na watu kujitafutia fame. But I was shocked when that motion was tabled in parliament yesterday, na nikakuwa very shocked kwa sababu joking with Honorable GACHAGUA is like joking with the entire people of Mount Kenya. You are joking with more than 5,000 votes zenye ziliamuka William RUTO zikakuchagua zikakuweka kwa debe. Hao watu wa Mount Kenya ambao unadharau, hao ndio waliamuka wakakuvisha nguo ambao ulikuwa umechafuliwa, wakakuinua, wakakupatia uongozi. I am so shocked to see that Brenda Kangai, I supported Raila Amolo Odinga. I didn't want your government. I didn't want to hear anything about wheelbarrows. I was able to convince few people, my mom, my dad, to vote for Raila. But our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our relatives, today they don't talk to us kwa sababu tulienda tukasupport Raila Odinga tukakuacha. They thought you are sent. They thought you are person sent from heaven. Walidhani wewe ni Yesu. Today you meriting them by just shaming the deputy president, who is the son of Mount Kenya. Allow me to say this. I am not tribal. I have never ever stood with a specific tribe. Whenever there is an issue, even in Turkana, I address it. And I address it in confidence, knowing that there are people of this country, they need help, and they need people to speak on behalf of them. So today, nikiongelelea mambo ya GACHAGUA, mtu asichukue na ukabila. I take that thing very serious. Because hiyo kitu ya GACHAGUA ni kama mnataka kuleta tribal conflict. Ambao vijana wa Kenya walikuwa wamemaliza wakasema they are tribeless and they are leaderless. Sasa nyinyi mnataka kufrag out that the people of Mount Kenya, they are so bad. They are not bad. They are good people, Mr. President. Walikuvisha nguo kama umetolewa, wakakupatia uongozi. And let me tell you, anytime you see that mountain kama imekasirika, inakasirikanga cha ukweli.
Okay, so you heard her sentiments, and then recently I heard GACHAGUA talking about knowing how to use a gun. Na kiamua atafieka. No, I don't know actually. No wonder there's some thought that if president needs more backing in terms of security, because there is fear that if the impeachment process goes through, then there is something else. Maybe. We don't know. We actually don't know. Yeah, so as we follow this up, I'm actually seeing Kenyans emotionally deprived, and some are getting tired, you know, waiting and following these sessions. And we've just come from other sessions of Adani, and we had previously other sessions, and on. So it seems like we're not getting out of this mess. We were from elections, then from there we had some, you know, like Kenyans fighting here and there, you know, this saying we have lost it. And now we have GACHAGUA's impeachment going on, a process that will take a while. So how will we ever grow? How will we ever have our solutions? How will we ever have our problems solved if this is the cycle of events? Now, do you think the impeachment will help? Do you think GACHAGUA will go through if as he has signed a petition against this? Now, he has been told on Thursday he will have room to defend himself, you know, like speak. But already some people are predicting, because the number of MPs who already signed is more than enough, then there is no way he will make it. The others are saying now if he doesn't make it, he will become the very strong opposition already, and the government will not have peace for the next years that are left before elections. Others are saying it may be unsafe for the president. I don't know how true that is. What do you think? Now, do you think GACHAGUA is actually, the grounds on which he is being impeached are strong enough and valid? Is there anything the president has also bought? You know, we have had allegations from Kebaso and other people that he's bought jets, he's bought this. How true is this? Is it true like the way Senator Kisii said, it's out of the fight for the loot? Is that true? Is what Mount Kenyan people saying that they won't stand this? How true is this? So let's wait and see, because now Kenya, if they start something, Just wait and see. Now, if you've not subscribed to this channel, I urge you to subscribe to this channel and hit on the notification bell so that we can go on and on many discussions. Otherwise, I really fancy you as darlings of this channel, and I hope that you continue watching. You will comment when you have a comment to make. You will share my videos so that I go on. I'm inspired to have more on the platform. Good night if you're in Kenya, and good day if you are abroad.